Good morning. Today, I'm dropping my kids off. Today is Monday, the first day of the week. I know many people are like, yeah, it's Monday again. But no, today is Monday. It's a good thing. I just want to stop in with you guys really quick. Last night I was reading the beginning of Genesis. I read through 41 to 46, those chapters, and something struck me. Something. I have read this passage before. I have heard it preached in church, and I have studied it myself. But the way it spoke to me last night, it was on a different level. Every time you read the Bible, there's something new that you experience, something new jump out of the pages, and God speaks to you in different ways. It can be the same chapter, it can be the same verse. God speaks to you in different ways. And in this chapter is about Joseph. But first, before I even go into the whole thing, whom have you forgiven that hurt you so bad? The person hurt you so bad, but yet that hurt that you experienced propel you into your destiny, but yet you cannot forgive that person. Whom have you forgiven that has hurt you? You see here with Joseph and his brothers, after he has disclosed his identity to his brothers were afraid. They didn't even want to come near Joseph. The Bible says they felt awkward in his presence. They felt ashamed. There was so many negative emotion going on with them. And Joseph told them and said, it was never your fault. It was God's plan to bring me here. God used you so that I could come before you to preserve your life and to preserve life. Ooh, that was powerful. That is so powerful. Why? Because many times people hurt us and it's hard for us to forgive. But yet, one thing you have to understand, there are some people that hurt you, and it's part of the process. It's part of God's plan for your life. It's part of the process. I can't emphasize that. I can't emphasize that anymore. You see, sometimes you have to get betrayed. You have to get hurt by people so that you can get into the presence of what's his name? So you can get into the presence of Potiphar's wife, who's going to lie on you and send you to prison. Your prison may not be a physical prison. Your prison may be your worry, your stress, or what you go through, what that person calls you, that problem that person calls you. So that you can get to your prison and meet your baker and your butler that will have a dream, and you will interpret that dream so that they can take the news to your destiny helper, so that they can take the news to your Pharaoh, so that your Pharaoh can bless you, because your Pharaoh is part of God's plan. Sometimes, many times, people that are part of the plan of our destiny, they come in disguise as problem. They come in disguise as those that lie on us, hurt us, and cause us so much pain. But trust the process, because Joseph understood the assignment. He understood that, yes, you guys may have done this, but how other way could this have been done? He was hurt in the beginning and everything, but yet he understood that God orchestrated that. If it wasn't part of God's plan, it wasn't going to happen. Like I told last week, I mentioned last week, things that are not part of God's plan, it cannot happen. Nobody can make that to happen, or things that are part of God's plan cannot be aborted. When God has orchestrated something, when God orchestrates a plan for your life, he will use anyone to do it. He will use anyone. And that's what happened. We see this with Joseph's brothers. Being that Joseph understood the process, he understood the assignment of God, he understood, he was able to forgive his brothers. But many of us nowadays, there are people that have wronged us, they have caused us pain, they have caused us hurt. And the hurt they have caused us propel us into our destiny, into our purpose. That hurt got us to a place that we wouldn't have been if it wasn't for that lie, if it wasn't for that betrayer. We get there. And God surround us with the right people, because that's where he wants us to be. We see it as problem, but God sees it as I have just located you to where you belong. And we go through the process, and because of that hurt, We have determination. We have faith. Things start to open for us, even in ways that we thought was bad. But things start to open for us. We start getting the presence of our Pharaoh. We get in the presence of our butler and our Potiphar, that wife that will lie on us. And God, because of that problem, God blesses us. We are in that location where our blessing is located. That came as a disguise. And because of that problem, we have this determination. We are placed in the right location where our destiny helpers or our Pharaoh is supposed to meet us. The person that is supposed to take us to the next level. And yet, when we get there, we see those that have hurt us. It's very hard. It's difficult for us to forgive them because we don't understand the process. It's difficult for us to forgive them because we think like, oh no, you hurt me. But that person was part of your plan, or part of God's plan. That person was part of the process. So forgive those people and say, it is because of you that I'm where I'm in. It is because of you that my destiny was fulfilled. It was because of you that I met my Pharaoh who helped me to get to the next level. It's time for you to understand and see things from God's point of view and not your own. Because if you look at the hurt, you look at the pain, you look at the sorrow, you start to focus on those things, you lost the purpose of the mission. You lost the purpose of what God was trying to do. My daughter Buzz is here. I have to go, but I love you guys. Spend your Monday wonderfully and think about that. God bless you.